Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another video. And it's me, They Call Me Heat. If this is your first time watching, I am a music producer of over 10 plus years, and on this channel I teach music producers how to create the best boom bap style beats. Recently, in my Discord community, I asked, hey, what do you guys, what's something that you guys are working on? What's something that you're looking to learn? What's something that, what can I help you with? Shout out to the homie Brown Shoes. One of the things he did speak on was equalizing, like sounds, his drums, stuff like that. And that's what I want to focus on today. Just kind of showing you how I EQ certain sounds or EQ certain drums to make them fit and be where they need to be. So I'm just gonna go through some samples, see what I have, see what I can use, see what I can cook up with, and yeah, see what we can make. And I hope this inspires somebody to go create that boom bap. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna focus on EQing, certain sounds. I'm not gonna talk about other effects. Just EQing, why I'm EQing it, what it's for, what I'm doing with it, where is it going to be placed, things like that. All right, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, that way you don't miss any more videos. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video, y'all. Yeah, let's go. All right, so I have a sample that I'm gonna use. It's the Teru Masa Hino Quintet's companion, called Companion is the song name. So I got that. I found like a little region that I just marked just so that I know that spot. But there was another spot in there that I wanted to kind of mess with and see what it sounds like. So I'm gonna go grab that and, see what I can do. So I got a perfect loop. Now. Now I'm gonna just, as you see, drag that over to the Fruity Slicer here, chop that in 32 beats. Now we got a good loop. And then I'm gonna throw that on the mixer, and of course I'm gonna put some EQ on it. That's usually like the first thing that I do. I throw EQ on it because the EQ, I'm able to take out some of the low end from the sample. So I usually take out about 100 hertz. And then I'll kind of like just, depending on the sample, maybe 100 hertz, maybe lower, maybe more, just depends on the sample. And I'll take it out as I kind of add drums and sounds and things like that. Now I just need to figure out like a pattern to build upon. And also with the EQ as well, of course I'll take out the low end and add it in as I go, or take out more as I go. But there's certain times where certain frequencies might be clashing, or certain frequencies might be higher than the other. So you can use EQ to take those frequencies out. Now in this one, it's not really anything yet that I hear, but of course I can bring out the horns more. Of course, now this is a jazzy kind of beat, so I'm gonna go with some like lo-fi-ish, sounds more. I'm gonna find some lo-fi-ish sounds because that's probably what is gonna fit this type of sample here. All right, so I got a kick. I'm gonna kind of build this in while the metronome is going, just because I don't really know what I want to do yet. I don't like the sample talk to me a little bit, but at the way that it's chopped, I don't know. I don't have a melody just yet. So I'm gonna see what I can do here. All right, snare time. Let's see. So with this kick, I'm gonna put some EQ on it, and I'm gonna take out, because there's like a higher tone in it, which is okay. It's not bad. It's just that I'd rather not have that higher tone in there. So I'm gonna take some of that out. Now it makes it a little bit more rounder now, and I'm gonna kind of round it out a little bit more with the low end. Kind of cut some of that. Not so much, because I don't want to take away the life of the kick. And then what I usually can do is I can boost as well. So you see as I turn the knob, you can get a feel of what is being adjusted. And I know that I want the lower tone to be adjusted. So right around that 50 hertz range is what I want. And I usually put a little transient master on there, as you guys know. That'll give it that punch. Gotta put in like some type of accent with that hi-hat. All it needed was some drums. That's it. So yes, now I got it. I got it. I love it. I hope you love it. And if you like that, give it a thumbs up, because that was dope. That just came out of nowhere, because I didn't know I didn't have a melody, but I found the melody, and this is dope. This is dope. That's dope. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for like the next round. So I'm gonna make this an 8-bar loop, and the next turnaround I'm gonna have some other note to have like a variation between the first 4 bars and then the next 4 bars. So I'm gonna copy this, paste it over, and make sure that's on point. And we're gonna find another note that will fit for the turnaround. right, my boom bap head. So now I have that on there. Now I'm gonna throw some bass on there, but I'm gonna EQ the snare. So what I usually do is I like to throw EQ on each individual sound. Sometimes not all sounds needed. Not every single sound needed. Sometimes you may pull a hi-hat out and you may throw an EQ on and you see that, oh, the lower frequency isn't registering here, but if it doesn't need it, I won't use it. But I use the EQ as a foundational kind of point to say, okay, do I need to use it? It has an analyzer on it, so I can check, is there any higher frequencies that's interfering with, higher frequencies that interfering with the higher instruments, lower frequencies interfering with the lower instruments. Is there anything that's interfering that's going to cause this, this sound to clash with the other sound? So again, you won't always need the EQ. You won't always need that. You don't think you need it on every single track. But I put it on the snare to kind of see where my snare is sitting at. And as you can see, there's some registry down here in this area, but for the most part, the snare is pretty solid. Doesn't really need too much. I don't think that I need to go crazy, try to cut out all the low frequencies. I'll do it just for the sake of the video to show you what I would usually do. And I would usually cut around 100, maybe 80. I'd say 80. 80 is a good spot. So I got this open hi-hat that I'm gonna throw in here now. And really, actually, what I'm gonna do, because I want it to just kind of be an accent to the other sound that I use that kind of acts as an open hat, I'm gonna just copy and paste it. But I don't think that I need it to hit every single time. So it's gonna be one, skip that one, skip this one. I like that. I like that. I do want to see what it sounds like in different pitches, but I'm going to stick with that pitch that I have, though, so far. And I've pitched it down -2 semitones, just to kind of see what it sounds like. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more. I don't even want to touch it now. I feel like I'm at a good spot, but let me see how it meshes with the bass itself. So of course with the bass, I put that on the mixer, put guitar rig on and pick my preset. Usually with the bass, same thing. So I would just I would cut, but I'm not gonna cut a lot. I usually cut around between 30 hertz, 30-ish hertz, because remember we didn't cut a lot from the kick, so we don't want the kick and the bass to clash. Now I usually cut 30 because then I can boost where I need to boost at to where it doesn't clash with the kick. But that's how you allow your instruments to flow together through the whole track using EQ. Bass is just too lovely. The bass is just too lovely. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope this inspires somebody, I hope this helps somebody, especially those that did ask for this video. I hope this helped you. Just kind of rule of thumb for me, I just open up the EQ. Sometimes a lot of EQs, depending on the DAW that you're using, they have the analyzer in them. So what I do is I put the EQ on it, let the analyzer see, you know, what frequencies that this instrument or this sound is using, and then I, you know, cut or add or boost from there. Because it just depends on the track and what you're trying to accomplish. So if you have a bass heavy track, you might want to have more bassy or less bass in certain sounds because you want the bass to stand out more so. So if you want, you got like your like live basses, your 808 basses, your synth basses, your kicks, those things, you know, you might want those to stand out. So you would take out the low end of, you know, your sample, the low end of your instruments, your piano, your strings, your things like that. You would take more low end out of those to kind of let those lower end frequency sounds, you know, stand out a lot more. So forth with higher and mid frequency instruments. If you have something that you like more higher, you're gonna take out the lower frequencies to let the higher frequency stand out more so than anything. So just depends on the track. It's not, you know, one standard way or one set standard. It just depends on what you're trying to do with said track, right? So yeah, until next time, y'all. Again, if this is your first time watching, please subscribe, turn on all notifications just so you don't miss any more videos after today, all right? And yeah, make sure you check out the merch below. And if you want the sounds from this video, you know, the sounds that I used in the video, become a supporter of the channel, patreon.com/TheyCallMeHeat. The link is below as well. Become a supporter of the channel. You can download the sounds today, right now, at patreon.com, as well as sounds from previous videos. So yeah, let's, you know, I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.